to share the knowledge that I have received from my teachers. That is all we do. In fact, what we call teaching is really share. That is really what it is. You can only give what you have received. This is the kind of knowledge that we are talking about. Today, we will be looking at an anecdote. Anecdote means a story. In Sanskrit, it is called Akhyayika, a baby story from the Chandogya Upanishad. To understand some things about what it takes to have self-knowledge. And so, as is customary, I will begin with a prayer. And this prayer is particular to the Samaveda, from which this Upanishad, called the Chandogya Upanishad, has come. If you can allow me to screen share, then I can put up the prayer for you. So while I'm chanting it, you can all enjoy it. Thank you. So this is the prayer. It's called Shanti Mantra, and it is there so that even if you do not know the script, you can enjoy listening to the chant, and then I will just share the meaning before we go launch into the teaching. Om Apyayantu Mamangani Vak Pranashchakshushrotramadho Balamindriyani Cha Sarvani Sarvam Brahmaupanishadam Maham Brahma Nirakuryam Mama Brahma Nirakaro Anirakaranamastu Anirakaranam Me Astu Tadatmani Nirateya Upanishadsu Dharmaste Magi Santu Te Magi Santu Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. It's a very special mantra, Shanti mantra, to prepare to study this. And in preparation, we ask the Lord, Apyayantu Mama Angani. Please, may my limbs be protected. May my limbs be protected so that I can be sitting properly and gaining this knowledge. Because the body is a vehicle for yoga, and without yoga, there is no moksha. And therefore, may my limbs be strong and dedicated and committed to this knowledge. This is the prayer. And not only the limbs should be strong, I should be able to sit. That is nice. But then the mind should be focused. The speech must be measured. Measured means I should know what to say, what not to say, more important sometimes than what to say. What to say, what not to say, when to say, when not to say. And similarly, the eyes see things, the ears hear things, Sometimes they hear things we do not want them to hear. Sometimes they see things we do not want them to see. Give me the grace, O Lord, to be able to be focused towards these teachings so that I am not distracted. That focus is called samadhanam. That is the name for the word. That is the meaning of the word focus. Samadhanam, let me have. And may all my sense organs be all focused towards this knowledge. Then, because everything that I encounter, may I see it as the face of the Lord. Sarvam Brahmaupanishadam. Sarvam Brahma. Everything is Brahman. What kind of Brahman? Upanishadam Brahman. That Bhagavan, that Lord that is taught to us through the Upanishads. May I understand this. And then may I never turn away from the Lord. Why will anybody turn away from Brahman if that is what is our goal? And if that is what is our self? Why will we turn away from it? Due to self-ignorance, due to some misunderstanding. And the misunderstandings come from the depths of what is called the unconscious mind. And the unconscious mind sometimes rejects anything that is taught because there are too many unprocessed, means unresolved raga and dvesh. Raga means strong preferences. I want, mine, give me. This is raga. Dvesha means eek. I don't want. Take it away. I can't handle it. Don't want. Dvesh. Strong prejudices against people, situation, and of course, things, objects, events. This is what these two tyrants, asuras means demonic forces. These two asuras drive the person throughout the life. This is what one does. One pursues something, pravritti in Sanskrit, and then one retracts from certain other things, nivritti. Pravritti for breakfast, nivritti for dinner. This is what one does. And this continues life after life, after life, after life, after life. A very pertinent question to ask here is, so what? So what? Let it continue. Some raga dveshas are fulfilled and others are not fulfilled. It's okay. This is what life is. Let it be like this. If you were to tell that to me, then I would ask you, are you happy with the way things are? And if you say yes, I will say that's because you're sitting in the ashram in Vietnam. That's why you are happy. That is why you are happy. In fact, perhaps that is why you came to the ashram to begin with. That is what has driven you to and inspired you to go to the ashram. because you were seeking this happiness. That is all. So obviously, one is tired, dead, drop dead tired. Tired of what? Tired of this going round and round. This quality of searching, 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 searching. Searching for what? One doesn't know. Some people say Shanti, peace of mind. Some people say, I want happiness. Some people say, I want loved ones around me. Some people say, I want to reach the peak of success. Then only I'm okay. Regardless of what people say, one thing is clear, something is not okay. And even though it is tempting to say something is not okay in this life, here and around me, what Vedanta says is that it is all about the temperament. It is all about the setup in the heart. Antakarana, the inner instrument. And the inner instrument, when it is at peace, when it has been scrubbed, clean, polished with the soap of Om Namah Shivaya and other mantras. The mantras are the soap that clean the heart of the raga and the dvesh. The mantras are the ones. They clean the heart of raga, they clean the heart of dvesh. And this is why the Shanti mantra of the Upanishad says, may I never reject Bhagavan. In fact, everybody is curious about what Bhagavan is. Everybody wants to be one with the Lord. Why would anybody reject Bhagavan? Due to a very sad misunderstanding. That is. So the prayer here is, may I never reject the source to which I am connected, nay, with which I am one. Maham Brahma Nirapurya. Then that could be one kind of a misunderstanding. Another kind of a misunderstanding happens when I think God doesn't love me. This is a very common misunderstanding. I'm abandoned even by God. Nobody loves me, not even God, not even Ishvara, not even Bhagavan. The God of the Upanishads is nothing other than the truth of you. This is a matter for understanding. We also have worship, we have bhakti. In fact, without worship and the cultivation of devotion, there is no mukti. No mukti without bhakti. No liberation without devotion. This is what we say. We have elaborate ways of relating to the Lord, to the goddess. There are pujas, there are homas. Sometimes they go on for days, months, so many things. And that is to be able to negotiate these painful feelings. In this, while one is endowed with this body, mind, sense complex, the body, the mind, the senses, this assemblage along with ahankara, ego. Ahankara is also there, which owns up the body as mine, which owns up the senses as mine. And so therefore, this is exactly why one will feel rejected by the souls. May that inauspicious event not happen for me. This is the prayer. Let there be no negation from my side, because if I negate Bhagavan, I am negating myself. What this Bhagavan is, we'll see right in the beginning of this Upanishad. Then, may Bhagavan not reject or negate me. Let there be no negation from all sides. And the qualifications, finally, this is the message of the mantra, the qualifications that one needs to understand the Upanishads, the vision of the Upanishad, to understand the message or the vision of the Upanishad, that I am not unhappy, I am free, I am whole, I am non-wanting. Always to understand, what do I need? I need a calm mind. I need to have discrimination, viveka. I need to have the ability to let go of all the impermanent things to which one is attached, which no longer serves one. All these things one has to, I need to have a desire to be free. And I need all the mental and emotional maturity, growth, to be able to not only listen to the teachings, but assimilate their message. And so the prayer asks for all these qualifications to abide in me as I embark on the teaching. This is how the prayer ends. So just a beautiful, beautiful prayer. And with this, we can delve into what is called the Chandogya Upanishad, chapter 8. In America, chapter 8 means some kind of a bankruptcy. Chapter 8, like this they say, you know. But here, it is the opposite. Here, it is a certain fullness and a wellness of being that is being taught. But before we get into the anecdote, which is like a metaphor, an allegory of the allegory, the message of how to internalize these teachings. Before we get into the story, it is good to visit maybe revisit for you, the term Upanishad itself. The term Upanishad has three parts. First is what is called the root verb, shad. Shad has three meanings. It means to take away. Shad, to dissipate. And then the second meaning is to destroy without it coming back. Dissipate what? Destroy what? Very good question. The answer to those questions is whatever one does not want. Unhappiness, fear, the cause of fear, the cause of unhappiness, anger, misunderstanding people all the time. All this I don't want. The study of the Upanishad dissipates that. Why should I study the Upanishad? Even sleep dissipates that. If I'm asleep, I'm not angry. In fact, sleep is like a mini moksha every day. It's much easier to go to sleep. You don't have to pay attention to somebody talking. Just go to sleep, nice lullaby. And in fact, people do frequently go to sleep in Vedanta classes. So, go to sleep, no problem. In fact, you need not come to class at all, go to sleep. No, 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 no. The problem is not with sleep. The problem is when I'm awake. When I'm awake, I want to be acceptable. To whom? To myself. When I'm awake, I want to be okay. When I'm awake, I don't want to have worries and anxiety. What am I doing in this ashram? Will I have enough money to live in life? When will this loop of pravritti, nivritti, go away from, go towards something, catch, then go away from. And then whatever I want, I get. By mistake, I get it. And then after 6 months, I don't want it. When will I be free of this chasing after or running away from? This is what is samsara. When will I be free? Upanishad says, through the study of the Upanishad. But then in sleep also I'm free, but when I wake up, the problems come back. That's why the second meaning of the word Upanishad is that these painful things will not come back. The mistake that I am a small, finite, sad being. It's a mistake. It will not come back. It's the same mistake one makes when one goes out at twilight and sees something in the grass, and immediately lying in the grass, what do you say? Snake! But fortunately, you have your mobile phone. You shine the light. You shine the light. And then what happens after you shine the light? It is a harmless piece of rope. It is a harmless piece of rope. In the same way, Atma, I, is mistaken for something that I cannot accept. Unloved, small, misunderstood. And what do I want to be? All. I don't want to be small. I want to be all. And I'm not happy. That's why, because I want everything. The Upanishad says you are already what you seek. Therefore, the second meaning of the word shad means it doesn't come back. It will never come back. It will not come back. Whatever you want to get rid of, all these notions, are not going to come back, then the final meaning of the word Shad is Brahma Gamayati, which means it takes you to Brahma. Oh, I thought I was already Brahman. Exactly. But do you know that? No. So therefore, it as though takes you to Brahman. So therefore, this is the meaning of the word Shad with two prefixes, Upa and Ni. Upa means the Upa means near. Here it means nearest. What is nearest to you? Yourself. There it means that which is nearest to you, yourself. And Ni means Nishchayena, definitely. Some people say Upa means sitting near the teacher, etc. That also is okay. We accept that meaning as well. But this is something a little unusual. That's why I am sharing it. In revealing the truth of that which is nearest and dearest to you, the study of the Upanishad destroys samsara. What is samsara? Some sorrow or another. That's all samsara. And so, with these words, let us get a little taste of this Upanishad. Very beautiful. And we will just look at a few excerpts here. And let us just do this here. We start the story now. Prajapati, the teacher, the story is taking place in some other loka. Loka means some other place, not the earth, some other place. This story is taking place in another loka. And there, a teacher is teaching. His name is Prajapati, the Guru of heaven, the Guru of gods is Prajapati. And he is teaching this lecture. All the devas, the celestials, who are dharmic, are sitting in the lecture hall. We have to visualize. And then they are enjoying the lecture. He's almost coming to the conclusions. And then where are the asuras? Who are the asuras? First of all, the demonic beings. And where are they? They are all fighting outside, screaming, yelling, pulling each other's hairs, making a nuisance of themselves, shoplifting, and doing all kinds of nonsense outside the lecture hall. You can even imagine in the lecture hall that you're sitting, that outside are some mischievous beings. We can visualize who are not interested in the message at all. And what do they want? They just, they just want world domination. They want to be big. And how do they want to be big? By making everyone else small. That is how they want to be big. And so here they are. And the force of Vedanta Shastra is such that they also heard these words and they were also intrigued. Oh, this is Atma. This is me. Yeah, really? Oh, this is my nature. They also stopped fighting. In fact, one asura was pulling the another asura's hair, and the first asura was pushing the other one away. And they stopped like that in mid fight to listen to these words. What were these words that were so powerful that they even moved the asuras? Ya Atma apahata papma vijaraha vimrityuhu vishokaha vijighatsaha apipasaha satyakaamaha satyasankalpaha sonveshtavyah स विजिज्ञासितव्यः स सर्वांश्च लोकान् आप्नोति सर्वागुंश्च कामान् अस्तम् आत्मानम् अनुविद्य विजानाति इति ह प्रजापतिः उवाच. Uvacha said. Who said? Prajapati Uvacha. Prajapati said. What did he say? He said some wonderful things. Ya Atma. This Atma. What is this Atma? Apahata Papma. You see, it's a nice little poetic rhyme. Ya Atma Apahata Papma. Apahata means from which has been destroyed. What? All sense of guilt. In fact, the human being's middle name is guilt. One of the names is guilt. Always one feels, I should not have done that. Why did I do that? I should have done something else. I should have not done this. How come I did this? How come I keep on doing this all the time? Why do I keep making these silly mistakes? I should know better. This is how people are. Regret is very much there. Guilt is very much there. And that guilt is eating oneself from within. That guilt is one meaning of the word papa. Papa, the word does not really have a translation. Even though we translate it as sin, etc., it's not quite the same. Papa means one's own omissions and commissions done in this or other lives, because of which one has to face uncomfortable situations as a consequence. In other words, whenever one goes against or contrary to dharma, righteous living, then what happens? One has, accrues pata. One accrues pata. Papa means some kind of uncomfortable situations as the karma phala, result of action. So when the actions are in tandem, meaning when they go along with dharma, then one has punya, comfortable situations in this or other lives. If one goes against righteousness, if one lies, defrauds, etc., then what happens? One has to face the results of these actions, uncomfortable situations. That is the papa. And the first words out of Prajapati's mouth are what? Atma, this I. The nature of this I is what? Apahata papma, free of all papas. And outside the asuras are rejoicing. Clap, clap, clap. Woo! I can kill, I can maim, I can steal. no consequences, no papa. Hey, we should get this knowledge. This is wonderful. We need this knowledge. And then not only that, Atma, Apahatapatma, Vijaraha. Vijaraha means, Vijaraha means what? Free of old age. No wrinkles. No need to put, some kind of wrinkle cream, nothing. No wrinkles, no gray hair, no weakening of the hands and legs, no tiredness, nothing. Vijaraha, ever young. Ooh, this sounds better and better. Vijaraha, not only Vijaraha, not only ever young, but also Vimrityuhu, free of death. Oh, this is sounding better and better. Both the Devas say, aha, fantastic. And the Asuras also say, yippee. This is what we have been wanting. Now we are talking. Why? Because Asuras mistake the eye for the body. So they have been doing everything to keep the body fit and in shape all the time. And so, Vimrityuhu, free of death. Vijaraha, free of old age. And then Vijighatsaha, Ashokaha, Vishokaha means free of sorrow. This is fantastic. No sorrow, no sorrow. Lovely. Vijaraha, Vimrityuhu, Vishokaha. Then Vijighatsaha. Vijighatsaha means what? No hunger. No hunger at all. No hunger. And then Apipasaha. No thirst. Atma cannot get dehydration. No thirst. Atma cannot have starvation. No hunger. And then Satyakamaha means it is in love, it is Satya, meaning it is non-negatable. And it is the source of all love. Satyakamaha, it is in love with itself. And it is that dynamic form of that love expresses as Ananda. Satyakamaha. And then what else? Satya Sankalpaha. Satya Sankalpaha means that it is so fulfilled and it is so limitless and it's the only thing that there is. Whole world of names and forms are nothing but an as though projection of the I, Atma. The whole world is full of many names and many forms. Many names, many forms. Okay. And then the truth of those names and forms is nothing but Atma. That is what it is. All the names and forms, they are just like shells. That which inhabits the name and form makes that name and form come alive, become interesting, become an object of delight. Is nothing but Atma and what is this Atma? Satchidananda. It is the only source of existence. And then it is alive, sentient, all knowledge. And then it is free of limitations. Ananta. Satchidananda or Satyam, Jnanam, Ananta. This was the message of Prajapati. And when Prajapati shared this message And of course, the Devas were very, very, very joyous. But the Asuras also said, "Oh, this is sounding very, very good. I have to have this. We need this. Why do we need this? We need this because of, look, what is it saying? It is saying something else right now. And what is it saying? Sarvam lokan apnoti. Yeah, please mute yourself, those who are online. So, thank you. Sarvan lokan apnoti. In fact, if you know this Atma, if you know the I, you are limitless, you are fulfilled. And if you are fulfilled, then what happens? Whatever you desire, it is yourself alone. So you want a loka, you want to go to Brahma loka, you want to go to Indra loka, you want to go to various kinds of heavens, you think about it, it comes. For a person of knowledge, whatever they desire comes. And the asuras now are rubbing their hands in glee. Yes, this is what we want. We want to snatch everything, we want to get everything, and this is the way. We didn't know. We want world domination, and here it says, Sarvan Lokan Apnoti. Fantastic. One gains the whole world. And Sarvamscha Kaman. Yahatam Atmanam Anuvidya Vijanati. All the kamas, all the desires you get. Asura said that is our whole life. We are alive. The Rakshasa will think like this only. Rakshasa, synonym for Asura. Okay? Yeah, it's not anything new. So the Rakshasa also says, I want this. So the Rakshasa says, I want to fulfill all my desires. That's why I'm born. What ashram? That's why I didn't go inside the lecture hall. But hey, something wonderful has come. This is the best kept secret. I want this. I really, really have to have this. And all the desires are going to be fulfilled. I am going to get world domination. What else is left? Nothing. This is really, really what I want. And so, in this way, the two people decide to go to Prajapati and stay at the ashram in pursuit of this knowledge. Inside the lecture hall where the Devas are attending this talk, Indra, the king of all the celestials, king of the Devas, is appointed because he is the master of heaven. And also his name means something wonderful. Indriyanam Raja, the king, the master of the sense organs, the one who has gained mastery over the sense organs is the word Indra. That's the meaning, one of the meanings of the word Indra. So they very unanimously appoint Indra to go and get this knowledge, become a teacher and teach them. This is inside the hall where the Devas are sitting enjoying this lecture. Outside the lecture hall, they are fighting it out. I'm going. No, 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 you are an idiot. I'm going. No, 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 you both can't go. I'm going. And they take out their bows and arrows and their bare hands. And the strongest one who is able to beat up the rest of the ones says, okay, I'm the one that is going. And he is the king of the Asuras. King of the Asuras means there is no respect that is commanded. It's a respect that is demanded. There's a very big difference. You command respect by being humble, by allowing people, by not making a kind of a difference between you and them. When you demand respect, that is an asuric quality. That is called demanding respect. So somehow these two fellows, Indra and Virochana, I told you the meaning of the word Indra. Now I'll tell you the meaning of the word Virochana. Virochana. Rochana means shine. Virochana. I'm sure that's what Virochana's mummy intended when she named him. Means as the one who has a special kind of a luster, a tejas, a radiance, ojas, a kind of an energy. Maybe that is what the mother intended. But Sanskrit is a very nice and very interesting language where you can have many meanings for the same word. Considering how he grew up to be, in fact, he was not a source of luster at all. He darkened the doorstep of every place he entered. The opposite. So we have to find out another meaning of the word Virochana that is staring us in the face. What might that be? Vigatam Rochanam Yasmat, from whom all luster, the luster of leading a sattvic life has departed. That is the luster. That is the ojas and tejas. When one leads a life that is kind, mentally kind, calm, there is shanti, there is compassion, there is accommodation of other people and their failings. There is an ability to let go. This is all the sattvic life. And one is studying Vedanta, one is studying Yoga Sutras, one is learning how to grow emotionally, spiritually. There is a certain radiance that is there. Virochana does not have that. The mother, poor thing, named him, hoping that he would have that. But instead, he lived up to another meaning of his name, not the one who is lustrous, but the one who is lackluster. Lackluster is another meaning of the word Virochana. Both of them go to Prajapati for understanding, for understanding what this Atma is all about. How can it be free of guilt? How can it be free of hurt? How can it be free of papa, punya, no merit, no demerit? How can it be like this? I want to know. Both of them go. Let's see what happens when they go. Further, the story goes like this. Tadha ubhaye devasuraha anububudhire te hochuhu hantatamatmanam anvichamaha yamatmanam anvishya sarvagumscha lokan apnoti sarvagumscha kaman इति इन्द्रः ह एव देवानाम् अभिप्रव्रज विरोचनः सुराणां तौ ह आसं विदानेव समित्पाणिः प्रजापतिः सकाशम् अजगमतुः. So, so what happens here? Very, very interesting. Both the Devas and the Asuras heard this. And then what did they say? Me. I want to go, I want to go, the Asuras said. We should seek this Atma because we gain all the worlds, we gain all the desires. And then finally it was decided Indra from the Devas and Virochana from the side of the Asuras, they will go. They are arch enemies, Devas and Asuras. No talking. They just went oblivious of the other person. But here you find something very interesting that is happening. They both go all right. But then when you go to an ashram, what do you do? What do you generally do? What did you all do when you came to the ashram for the first time? You came to attend a course or something, and then you introduce yourself to the teacher or the teachers, and you say, I want to study, or I want to be here and do karma yoga, do seva. This is what you do. But that is not what these men did. What did they do? Nothing. They stayed in the ashram for 32 whole years without saying anything, without telling the teacher why they have come. They did not tell the teacher why they have come. They did not do anything. And they just said, they just sat there and they just looked at everybody else and just stayed there, ate the food, and grew fat, did not do anything. 32 years. This itself shows that there is some disconnect. This knowledge is not gained by just going and sitting in an ashram. You have to pursue this. You have to know, what am I here for? You have to be willing to pursue this. You have to be willing to ask for this knowledge. They didn't do that at all. Usually, it's the student that approaches and seeks a teacher. Is it not? Yeah. Student has to go to the teacher. The teacher does not stand in the roadside and say, come to me. I tell you, if there is such a teacher, don't go to them. Anybody who says, come to me, don't go to them. Usually, in any religious tradition you take, in Buddhism, same thing. The student goes to the teacher. Even in Christianity, student goes to the teacher. In the monastic, in the Catholic tradition, which does have a monastic component, student goes to the teacher. In the Sufi tradition, student goes to the teacher. In every tradition. Here too, the same rule applies. But what happened here? Prajapati stayed patient for 32 years. Finally, he couldn't handle it anymore. He said, I have to find out, these fellows are just wasting their time. I have to find out why they are here. So saying, Prajapati says to them, what does he say? He says, Prajapati, so this is what, so Tauha, Vatrikam Shatam Varshani, they stayed there for 32 years. Brahmacharyam Ushatuhu Tauha Prajapatir Uvacha. Then Prajapati could not stand it any longer. Prajapati said unto them, Kimichan tau avastam iti. With what desire have you come here? And with what desire have you been staying here? Just being here for 32 years. Tau ha, tau वो चतुर्य आत्मा अपहत पाप्मा विजरो विमृत्युः विशोकः विजिघत्सः अपिपासः सत्यकामः सत्यसङ्कल्पः सो अन्वेष्टव्यः स विजिज्ञासितव्यः स सर्वांश्च कामान् सर्वांश्च लोकान् आप्नोति सर्वांश्च कामान् यस्तमात्मानम् अनुविद्य विजानाति इति भगवतः वचः वेदयन्ते तमिच्छन् तमिच्छन्त अवास्तम् इति. It's very interesting here. So they both we find that Virojana is just a parrot. He doesn't have anything original to say. He just repeats what Indra says and he repeats what Indra does. Indra says, we heard your lecture. We heard that the Atma is free of death, free of sorrow, free of pain, free of papa, guilt, hurt, and the effects of wrongdoing, free of hunger, thirst, and most importantly, free of old age and free of death. This is why we have stayed, because we want to get these. We want to get these things. That is why we are here. And Virochana just nods his head. Prajapati says, oh, okay. And they say, we want to see the Atma. You can't see the Atma. You can only be the Atma. Okay? You can't see it. It is not an object. That is the mistake people make. If it is an object, it will be finite. If it is an object, it will come to an end. Here, Atma is never coming to an end, free of death, free of old age, free of sorrow. Anything that is an object, a thing that you can objectify, is a cause of sorrow. Why? Because if you love it, you are always afraid it will go away. And if you do not love it, you are always afraid it will come near, like a scorpion, a snake, etc. Either way, if it is an object, any object is the cause of sorrow, because if you love it, you want it to last forever. And does it last forever? It does not. Not at all. And so this is the quandary. If you love it, then then also one is sad. If you don't like it, the object, then also one is sad. It may come near, it may bite me, it may take away my peace of mind, it may cause worry. That is why the Atma is not an object. So that there is one thing in the universe, knowing which, being which, one can be free of all these things that one doesn't want: sorrow, fear, anger, sense of incompleteness. All this one does not want. And so, but they don't know that. They think Atma is something that they can go and buy in a shop. And maybe Prajapati has it in a little case. Sometimes some very costly objects are kept in a case. So Prajapati thinks, they think Indra and Virochana think that Prajapati has it in a case. Why do they think that? Because Virochana is a nut case. Okay, that's why he thinks that. Then they say, we want to see the Atma, O Prajapati. Prajapati says, yes, I will show you the Atma. Yes, gentlemen, I will show you the Atma. They ask when? Tomorrow, same time. Two more. Om Purnamadav Purnamidam Purnat Purnamudachyate Purnasya Purnamadaya Purnamevavashishyate. Om Shanti Shanti Shanti. Harihi Om Shri Gurubhyo Namaha. Harihi Om. Thank you.
Mamritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvao Kamiva Bandhanan Mrichu Mamritam Om Trayambakam Yajamahe Sugandhim Pushtivaranam Urvao Kamiva Bandhanan Mrichu Mamritam Om Shanti 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 Om Bingan 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 Om Bolo Satguru Shri Shivananda Maharaj Ki Jai. Om Bolo Shri Vishnu Devananda Maharaj Ki Jai. So can you stand up for Arati, please? Short Arati. Om Om Natatra Suyo Bhakti Nachanda Tarakam Nema Vidyodamanti Kuto Magni Swameva Manhan Savam Tasabasa Savam Vidami Bhakti Om Gange Chayamune Chaiva Godavre Saraswati Namade Sindhu Kavere Namastuvyam Namo Namam Swameva Mata Chapita Twameva Bandhu Shasaka Twameva Vidyam Dravinam Twameva Savam Mama Deva Devam Aye Namacha Manasendriyavam Buddhyan Manavam Prakrite Swabhavam Karomiyanyam Sakalam Parasmai Narayanai Tisavam Payami Savam Namam Parichacha Mamikam Shanamajam Aham Twam Savavvedyo Moksha Ishami Masisham Hare Om Tat Sat. So we like to thank again Swamini Ji for this presentation, a very important story, and the story will continue tomorrow. So thank you very much, Swamini Ji, and I look forward to see the Dakshinamurti.
Yes, yes, definitely. Thank you. Thank you. Take
Thank
care.
you to everyone that attend the lecture online. Thank you.
Thank you.
Yeah, Om Namah Shivaya. See you tomorrow.
Om Namah Shivaya. Good
Om Namah
night.
Shivaya.
Om
Thank
Om.
you very much.